right, so yeah, Barry's Cherries.
Barry's Cherries was the joint where we bought a van.
So we showed up to Billings one day.
We're in the rental car places, hey, we're sold out. U-Haul places, we don't have U-Hauls. So like me and my brother were sitting there and we're a few hours from the rodeo.
So we were kind of thinking, what can we do? And Jacob just comes up, he's like, all right, we don't have time. He's like, we just call a taxi and have him take us to the biggest used car dealership and we'll just buy a car.
So we go to the used car lot and we're running up and down looking for something because we don't have that much time to spare. I ran around the back of the place and there was this big conversion van and like little kid stickers on the side, like my son's, you know, baseball number 24, whatever.
He goes in, he said, what about that big maroon van over there in that parking lot? I said, well, that's actually the owner's, that's the employee parking, that's Barry's van.
And I was like, do you think he'd sell that van? He's like, well, everything's for sale around here. Let me call him real quick.
And apparently Barry lets anything go for the right price. So Jacob gets in it, puts it in forward, puts it in reverse, checks both blinkers and pushes the brake. He's like, all right, I'll take it.
And I was like, do you take a credit card? And she's like, well, yeah. And I was like, here you go. Let's buy this van.
We were out of the parking lot. From the time we got in the parking lot to the time we drove off, I think was 15, 30 minutes, and we're gone.
So we bought the van. It took about 30 minutes to do the paperwork. And then we rodeoed that weekend in that sweet conversion van, which then became Rhonda.
And we drive as fast as that van would travel to Kalispell. And we get there as the horses are loaded, they're team roping, we're next event. And we run back there and we're looking and can't find our horses. So we find Greg Kessler and we're saying, you know, we're out today, but our horses aren't here. And he looks at his day sheet and he's laughing at us. He's like, y'all aren't even out today. And Jacob looks at it and says, Greg, you're holding last night's day sheet. Oh, Dwayne! And he's yelling at Dwayne to go load our horses.
And drove Rhonda back home to College Station where I was at A&M.
I don't think we turned the van off the whole way. And she got us home and paid for herself multiple times over in that weekend.
And then I drove Rhonda for the next year. And then we drove Rhonda to Vegas. Yeah, so like senior year at A&M, I would just go have lunch in the van, turn the TV on, lay in the back bed. And then like me and my teammates, like when I'm in my engineering senior design class, like we'd drive my van to downtown Houston to this like engineering firm that we were working at, like doing some stuff for them. And like I'd take everybody out to eat Mexican food and I'd drive them back home in the van. And I did very little work and these kids carried the team. And I did nothing in that senior design, but basically shuttle some kids from Mexican food to College Station, and they thought it was the coolest thing in the world. So a bunch of engineering nerds, no offense to my fellow classmates, but it was pretty good stuff. And all because of Rhonda, all because of Barry's Cherries. Circles back around, comes full circle, Barry's Cherries.